So I am a massage therapist by trade, and I had this client come through the other day, and we're really close. So she felt comfortable talking about what's going on with her. And she's like, my husband basically forced me to come back because I cannot seem to get my stress under control, and it's affecting every area of my life. So that's why I'm getting a massage. And we just talked a lot during the treatment about stress. And she comes from a pretty traumatic background, but now she's in a very safe and loving environment. She's obsessed with her husband and her family, but the stress, the residual effects of the trauma have not left her body, even though it's been years. And this is not special for her. I have experienced this. I'm watching my mom go through the same thing right now, and many people that I love. You don't realize how long it can take for these things to actually leave your body. It takes so much effort. And even though things can look good from the outside, you never know what someone is dealing with internally as far as their stress level, their self-esteem, whatever the case may be. The trauma follows you. And it's not enough to just say, hey, I'm not gonna exist that way anymore. I just wanna live a stress-free life. Life is so good right now. It's like your body is trained to exist in fight or flight. Your cortisol is trained to be high, and it is not gonna go down just by you changing your environment and wishing that it will. Now, absolutely, you must change your environment. That's a great first step, but it is not the only step. You have to learn how to regulate. And some great tools for this are really meditation, prayer, and most of all, I think, is watching your mind. We always have intrusive thoughts coming through the screen of our mind, but you have to learn to unidentify with them. You are not the sum total of your thoughts. And what you need to do is watch the thoughts dance across your mind, acknowledge that they are there, and then move on from them. You do not have to pick it up. You do not have to internalize it. You don't have to carry it with you. Leave it there and move on with your day and choose to have a different thought. And this is extremely hard. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm still going through it myself, but this is an amazing tool because the less that you give attention to these intrusive thoughts, the less they show up over time. And the more your body's like, oh, we don't do that anymore. We're not in that cycle anymore. We don't follow those patterns anymore. We are on a new wavelength. We are on a different frequency. And then the happier things start to be habitual. And that is how you truly can regulate your nervous system and become a new person. But it takes so much time. And I think oftentimes if we've gone through a lot of trauma, we're really frustrated that 5-10 years down the line, we're like, why am I still living inside as though my world is continually falling apart, as if I'm continually in survival mode when my external reality is so safe? It's like you have so much to unlearn and you have to work at it. It's not just going to happen by changing environment. And also, just to bring Jesus into this a little bit, it is so powerful to give these concerns and these traumatic experiences and these heavy burdens that we carry, to give them over to Jesus and do it over and over again, multiple times in a day at the beginning. And trust that if you give them over to Him, He will take care of it. But you cannot exist in fear and faith at the same time. If you are saying that you have faith in Jesus' power to redeem and to heal and to save you, then put your money where your mouth is, give it over to Him, and then don't worry about it anymore. His yoke is easy and His burden is light. And it's like, yeah, we believe that, but do we really? Like, how deep does that go in our bones? How does that manifest in our lives? They're not yours to carry. These burdens are not yours to shoulder anymore. So much of our adult life is just unlearning everything that happened to us in childhood, in our teen years. I'm not saying everything that happens is bad. We still learn a lot, but we have to unlearn. And you have to be so conscious of it. That's why I say watch your thoughts and don't take them in. Just acknowledge them. You don't want to repress things or stuff them down and say, no, I don't identify with that anymore. I don't think those things anymore. It's like, yes, you do, because there it is. So acknowledge it, because repression creates a whole nother kind of sickness in you. But then after you see it, let it go. But the biggest thing that my client and I talked about in all of this is having gratitude. You cannot exist in a stressed state when you are being grateful. And sometimes it can be hard to be grateful when your mind just feels frazzled and everything feels wrong and out of control. So start with the very basics. Start with your breath. That's it. Start with gratitude that the sun rose again, that you have children who are healthy, that you're healthy in your body. Whatever you have, a flower bloomed today and you got to witness it. Whatever you can find to start small. But gratitude will rewire your brain, literally, and make you so much more aware of all the other things to be grateful. You signal to your brain, hey, we're being grateful. Every time you notice something and give a little bit of voice to it, your brain's like, okay, now we are on the lookout for things to be grateful for. And then that becomes your internal dialogue. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Gratitude is the most potent and powerful tool that I have ever come across for healing myself, for healing my self-talk, healing my relationship with God, with myself, with my past, and the people in it. So if this whole situation and dynamic sounds familiar to you, just know that you are not broken, you're not messed up. This is entirely normal, and you can get out of it. It just takes conscious effort, and you have to partner with Jesus. You have to trust yourself. My biggest tip would be to practice gratitude. Before your feet hit the floor, give 3 things you're grateful for. And throughout the day, just as you can. I hope you find peace. I hope you can make peace with what happened in your past, make peace with who you were and who you are, make peace with the brilliance of your future and all that you're becoming. Jesus loves you.